What's up, Wildcat Nation? It's time for our first edition of school year 2024-2025. The Wildcat Way, what's up? And so school's about ready to start very shortly. And so we are going to start our podcast again weekly. So please continue to tune in to us on all of our social media outlets. Today, we got some awesome special guests. We have our activities director, Mr. Todd, Cady, and then our new golf coaches. So we have Mr. Jeff Kessel and Mr. Jonas Plew that are going to be coming in and talking to us about golf and the exciting links and courses to play and all that stuff and how to get involved. So we are again doing our Wildcat Way, the Wildcat Way, really focusing on that this school year as well. Our Wildcat Way is respect, integrity, and being positive for the months of August, September, and October. Jimmy John's is our sponsor, and we're focusing on respect. So students, we want you to show regard for others' ability and self-worth, to value others' feelings and views, and respect begins with oneself. So you have to respect yourself in order to respect others. So we're going to really focus on that at the start of the school year for the first 3 months. Part of our Wildcat Way, and you're going to hear that a lot. All right, we have a new bell schedule, as many of you guys have seen. Here's our bell and transfer schedule. We have 2 different schedules. We have a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday schedule, and then we have a Wednesday schedule. And so this will be the schedule for the whole year. But each day or each time that we have 2 lunches, and so there's a lunch A schedule and a lunch B for each of those schedules as well. When we start school, we'll go through a lot of this, what that means, and when you go to lunch based on what teacher. And so we'll review all of that later on a lot more in depth. Next up, we have a big event happening this next week here. Our Columbia High School, our Wildcat Welcome, our open house, and Cat Blast. So we have a lot going on. We are really wanting to have all of our new students and our 9th graders and new to Columbia High School to come out to our Wildcat Welcome from 5 to 6 o'clock. It's going to be in the auditorium. We're going to have a little introduction with all of us, with a lot of people that are really important in Columbia High School that you're going to want to know. That's from 5 to 6, and you're going to have an opportunity then to go around the school and meet teachers. So go look at your classes and meet some of the teachers that you're going to have this year. That'll be that open house. And then we have our Cat Blast coming up, and Mr. Cady is going to talk a little bit about that as well. All right. So I would like to bring on Mr. Cady. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. This is like number 3rd time maybe coming in.
I think so. Yeah. My second of this school year already.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. So, let's go back to that last slide, if you don't mind. What would you like to talk about, when it comes to Cat Blast and things like that? This is something huge that we do for all of our students. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the event.
Yeah, the Cat Blast is basically our blast off into the upcoming school year. We're celebrating primarily our fall activities, whether it's in the performing arts area to the athletic arenas, and our clubs and activities as well. So it's an opportunity for them to showcase who they are, share what's coming up for them, and then just a community building event where lots of food, games, special events, performances, and a chance for people to buy Columbia gear and just meet the new faces that are part of our program.
Yeah. And what a great way to meet, to be a part of our Columbia family, right? And just to get connected and find out ways to get connected if they're not connected yet.
Yeah, and we just have so many exciting things happening here at Columbia, whether they're existing faces or new faces coming in, and we want to get them in front of our stakeholders and people get to know who they are and see why we're so excited about them.
Yeah, we are looking at even doing our family picture out on the front lawn as a staff, and then bringing in all the people that are there, a part of the Cat Blast, and trying to get a drone here to take a picture of all of us. It's gonna be a great time. All right, fall sports. Courtney, thank you. If you wouldn't mind moving on to our next slide. talk a little bit about what we got coming up.
Yeah, outside of our color guard and marching band, everyone else starts Monday the 12th, and we are super excited to get things kicked off. Marching band and color guard have already been going, working hard. I do want to go back. You mentioned our pillars, Wildcat Way pillars, and respect was one of them.
Yeah.
I would ask that our participants respect, like you said, themselves, but also our coaches. They have planned hard for the start of their seasons, and practice times are firm. One way of showing respect to those coaches, the programs, and our facilities is to be early, show up early and be ready to go when it's time to go. A great trait, and it really fits in with our Wildcat Way. But most importantly, sets the tone of what's going to be a really positive season for those kids and coaches.
Yeah, and if nothing else, I imagine that our coaches are going to try to instill in our students and student athletes that communication is key.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All of our leaders of our programs do a great job understanding that it's more than just what that event or activity is. It's creating some soft skills that are really going to lead to success after high school, and that's part of our big picture.
Absolutely.
But yeah, one of them is in the real world, if you're not on time, you probably don't keep your job very long. So
that's right. The next slide is talking about all of our different sports that we have, and ways that our kids can get connected.
Yeah. So on the screen, you can see who our coaches are for our primary athletic programs that are happening Monday the 12th. Not on there would be our unified swim team, which is John Apgar. But on the Columbia Athletics Facebook page, we put the start times for all those events, including cheer and dance as well. But on the screen right there, we have two new coaches we're extremely excited about. Cross country, Logan Ingberg. He was an assistant last year. Very accomplished college runner, still an active runner. And he's building his new staff. And then on golf, who's joining us today, Jeff Kessel is taking over the golf program, and very excited about his resume, who he is, and his vision for our program. So we're in good shape. And then just looking at those names returning, Charlie Dotson was the 4A SIC Coach of the Year last year. Max Hewlett was the 4A SIC Coach of the Year last year. Juan Duran is doing amazing things with our soccer program. And then Kathy Curtis, year in, year out, is competing for league titles and state trophies. Yeah. So just a great group that is going to lead our kids.
And they've worked their tails off. And so super excited for what the season holds for all of our student athletes and coaches.
Very exciting.
All right. We have an important night for all of our parents and families and things like that are involved in fall sports. Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So Thursday the 15th, I hate using the word mandatory, but we need all our parents there, and kids, if you would like to bring the kids. But it's going to be in the CHS auditorium from 7 to when it's done. But one of the most important pieces of this is we have a brand new athletic trainer that's going to be working with our coaches and all of our athletes and the families, just bringing those kids back to being able to compete. And so it's going to be an opportunity to meet her, hear her vision, her mission, and then just meet the administration of Columbia, talk about the big picture of what we're looking for. Again, sharing our mission and vision within the athletic department. And then allowing the coaches to break out with their families, where they can talk the particulars of what they need from not only the kids, but the families and their support. Very positive meeting, but just one that needs to happen.
On the front end, if there's something that our families and students are hearing now to be ready for Monday, is paperwork one of the big things, right? Like on big teams.
Yeah. So we do all our athlete paperwork through Big Teams. It's a website. We have promoted that material a bunch from our coaches, from our trainer, from our newsletter, front office. But we need all athletes to have their paperwork done prior to Monday.
Yeah.
incoming freshmen and juniors need to have a physical. There was a free physical night earlier this week. Hopefully a lot of people took advantage of that, but those are non-negotiables. And that's not just a Columbia thing. It's not just an Nampa School District thing. That is a Idaho High School Activities Association policy.
Yeah, and a safety thing, right? Yeah. And if any of our families are listening, they don't have that physical, I think they can go to a chiropractor, right? It might be open over the weekend, maybe, and potentially can get a physical.
And we do understand that there are some people that maybe struggle with technology, and this isn't paper anymore. So in some occasions, or people that are joining late, Wednesday night at the Cap Blast, our trainers will have computers set up to help people finish anything up that hasn't been done
with the paperwork. That's great.
With that being said, we are not going to turn anyone away from participating on Monday. I'm not sure what we'll allow them to do, but we need them to show up to practice because that'll count as one of their mandatory 10 practices to be eligible to compete. So if you heard anything, if your paperwork's not done by Monday, you still need to show up. Don't think that's a pass.
That's right. All right, let's talk a little bit and prep our guests coming on here. So Columbia Golf.
Yeah, we are excited. We have added to our staff. Two of our previous coaches have moved on just for professional reasons. They did a great job, but boy, are we excited about these two new members leading our golf program with Jeff Kessel and then
come on over, guys.
And Jonas Plew, who's going to be our head JV coach.
Go ahead, and Courtney, we can go to that next slide. Jeff, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Nick's arms aren't long enough to get you.
Woo! We'll do chest bumps at the end there, Jonas. Yeah, welcome to the family, Jeff. Being a part of Columbia family, that's a huge deal for us. To welcome you in. And if you wouldn't mind just telling Wildcat Nation just a little bit about you.
Yeah, incredibly excited to be here. Looking forward to be a Wildcat. Everybody's been so fantastic so far. Very excited. I am a PGA associate, assistant golf professional at Ridgecrest Golf Club. That's my full-time position. Is what I do. Looking forward to the opportunity to bring in coaching here to Columbia.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jonas, being a member of our Columbia family last year and come back, we're so glad to have you back. So tell us a little, tell Wildcat Nation what you teach and what you're excited about with bringing on golf to your repertoire of coaching.
Yeah, so definitely something new. But I currently coach or teach cybersecurity and programming pathways at Columbia, and just excited to see where Jeff takes this new golf program.
Yeah,
excited to get rolling.
Mr. Cady,
just the energy these two have is going to be great to be around our kids. I believe they both have awesome passion towards kids being involved with anything. But golf, what an amazing sport to teach integrity and just so many life skills. And it is one of the few sports that really is a sport you can play the rest of your life. And so many kids need to take advantage of that. But oh my gosh, we have a pro at our host course that is leading our program. That is so exciting.
It's a huge hire. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited.
Yeah, just things lined out perfectly, and boy, we have to be one of the only programs in the state that have that going for us.
Yeah, just really looking forward to building onto the program that Coach Dion had last year, and just it's exciting to be coaching. I'm just really looking forward to it. We get an opportunity to make an impact in the lives of these young men and women. Just very excited.
Yeah, and teach lifelong ways to be active and involved in things, right? And that's such a huge thing to teach our kids as they grow up, right?
And both of these guys were involved in so many sports in their high school careers and college careers, but I mean, they both landed in the world of golf as a sport that they still can compete in as much as they want to. But both of them have an extensive baseball background. Jeff played college football. So just a wealth of knowledge about activities in general and what that can do for the development of kids.
It's outstanding. So guys, thinking about for those that are watching or parents that are watching, What if kids haven't really experienced much about golf? Is it okay for them to come out and give it a try and see if they like it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to building our program, building our team. Obviously, freshmen and sophomores, that's a development stage for us.
Yeah.
Where we get into our juniors and seniors, where it's a competitive stage, although we do have junior varsity competition, both for boys and girls. So we are looking forward to that. I think one of the things that I bring to the program is the skill development part through the learning that I'm doing through the PGA and things like that. So absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Coaches, help me out. If we have kids that have never played, want to try it out, and they don't have equipment, should they still come out, and we're going to try to find a way to get them involved?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're not going to let equipment get in the way of helping.
With that being said, stakeholders out there, if you have old clubs, old bags, pull carts, any of those resources, we would love to add to what we can provide for our kids. Golf is one of those sports where equipment usually is provided by the individual. And not everyone has that, or they've outgrown it, or, just so many variables. So if you do have that type of equipment that you'd like to maybe donate to our golf program, we'd definitely accept that as well.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, and we talked last year about, so positive about just getting involved in things. So if you are not involved in a fall sport right now, try out golf, or at least come to the Cat Blast and come and talk to our coaches and things like that next week, or show up Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday at 4:00 at Ridgecrest Golf Club is going to be our first meeting. Bring your equipment that day. We're gonna get started.
That's awesome. What does a typical practice look like? I'm just curious.
Yeah, great question. So it's very important for me that we compete. So Jonas and I have spent some time talking about what that's going to look like, and I think we're going to break the kids into different groups based off their skill level.
I love it.
Send them out to do different things. Some days they're actually going to get to play and compete. Other days, practice and skill building. So, yeah. Jonas?
Yeah, golf's a game you got to play.
Yep.
You got to get out there and you got to take your swings. You got to work on your putts. So playing is going to be the biggest thing, but doing that with a purpose and doing it, against one of your teammates and preparing you for that competition aspect of it when you do get to a tournament. How do you do under pressure? Well, we've been competing all week, so now this is just another day at the course. And so we're excited about it.
Well, it builds those great traits of being patient and learning how to focus and those sorts of things within
managing expectations, dealing with adversity.
Yeah.
Golf's incredible.
I love it. Well, quick question. Who's your favorite golfer?
I like Brooks Koepka.
Okay. Mr. Plew?
I'm a big Bryson Shambo.
I like Bryson too. He's a nerd. I'm a little bit of a nerd.
I love it. Wildcat Nation.
And those two really like each other, don't they?
They love each other.
Wildcat Nation, welcome our new coaches to our Columbia family for golf. Support them, and looking forward to a great season, guys.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Wildcat Nation, we love you. We'll see you next week. Up to the top. There we go. And then one more time.